Minecraft Survival Multiplayer. You would know Minecraft Survival Multiplayer as SMP. Survival multiplayers have been around since 2010, when Minecraft Multiplayer was first released. At first, SMPs were just for some friends all in the same world, having fun building and beating the Ender Dragon. But as Minecraft became more and more popular, content creators and YouTubers picked up on the trend and started making their own SMPs, and I'd say that they were pretty successful.
The Nether is in this. I'm pretty sure the End is now in this as well.
Skip forward to April of 2020. Dream started the Dream Team SMP, and it was really successful with a lot of people actively playing and streaming on it. But it has been going for about 200 days now. That is a long time for an SMP to stay on top, especially with only about 20 people actively playing on it. Some streamers and YouTubers have started to play other games and make content on other things than Dream SMP. That has left me wondering, and I'm sure you too since you clicked on the video, is Dream SMP dying? Is it already dead? Well, to find out how Dream SMP could die, we can take a look at how the other two largest SMPs died. SMP Live and SMP Earth. SMP Live was started by callmecarson and 11 of his friends to get some content for streaming. At the end of the SMP, it had been up for a total of 307 days, starting on March 1st, 2019 and ending on the first day of 2020. The SMP had over 120 members of the most popular content creators at the time, including Technoblade, callmecarson, and Pokimane. That is a lot of people to make content with, and you can see why it stayed on top for so long, but it had to come to an end at some point. For the most part, SMP Live had been dying ever since the start of the server. For instance, one of the most popular content creators on the server, callmecarson, his first 10 episodes of the server got at least 2 million views, and sometimes upwards of 4 to 5 million views. That was much more than his average at the time. But as his series went on, the views steadily decreased, and near the end of the series, the videos were barely breaking 1 million views, if even that. His and other streams started to get less viewers. The content was just not there anymore.
I'm coming back. I don't know where it is. I better not lose.
SMP Live was basically dead by mid-November when SMP Earth started up, and all the Minecraft content creators were switching over to that. So Carson announced an official closing of the server because everyone had just stopped streaming on it and there was no content to be made.
Stinky.
Shut up!
SMP Live died because the content on the server was gone and views decreased for everyone still actively streaming on it. But with the death of SMP Live, SMP Earth was born.
Terra Nova if you're Portuguese.
SMP Earth was started by wilbursoot purely for the content and to grow every player's audience. And it worked! The server opened with 40 players. That's more than Dream SMP and SMP Live started with combined. SMP Earth was huge clickbait at the time of opening. YouTubers that usually got an average of 400 to 500,000 views were getting over 1 million views on their videos. Technoblade even made 4 videos on the server. He made less videos on a series that took over 300 hours to make. Like, what?
Oh, we can host a whole middle school musical here.
A total of 130 people played on the SMP. So with more content creators, you would expect for SMP Earth to last even longer than SMP Live, right? Well, that's what I thought too before researching all of this. But I was very wrong. The server ended in just 147 days. That is less than half of the time that SMP Live was open for. I predict that it's because all the viewers of SMP Earth had just been tired of survival multiplayer content. For example, the first SMP Earth video by wilbursoot got over 2 million views. But throughout the rest of the series, the videos were usually getting barely 1 million views, and sometimes even less. So SMP Earth died fairly quickly. There was no content left because all the SMP content had just been milked for the past 6 months. Everyone who still streamed the server was dropping off in views and viewers, except for tommyinnit, who was still growing and gaining his fan base.
I'm going to die and I'm very weak. I'm on half a...
So the owner, wilbursoot, announced the closing of the server, and they blew a ton of stuff up. But Dream SMP was started differently than the other servers. The other servers were started because these large YouTubers and Twitch streamers wanted to get together a ton of other YouTubers and Twitch streamers to make content together. They would all post videos and advertise the server, and it would just make it even bigger. But Dream just made the Dream SMP to play some survival Minecraft with his friends. I don't think he ever intended for it to get as huge as it is now, providing content for dozens of streamers and YouTubers, but it happened. And as you all know, it is a huge SMP.
I just closed my eyes for a
Thank
minute,
you,
right?
Dream was taken.
So assuming that Dream SMP will die the same way as the other two SMPs died, the first thing that will happen is content will start to dry out or get repetitive. Videos and streams will start to get less and less views. The viewers will get bored of the lack of content and start looking for something new and fresh. This is why Dream doesn't upload very often, because he doesn't want to run out of content. He doesn't want the viewers to get bored of him. Once most or all of the creators stop streaming and making videos on the SMP, the server, at least in my eyes, will be dead. At that point, the SMP would most likely have like a closing or finale to end it off and celebrate all the content that they made on it. That will be the death of the Dream SMP. Now the next thing that I'm sure you're wondering, well, when will Dream SMP die? It's hard to say exactly where we are now and exactly when it will go downhill, but we can use some information about the views and growth of a few content creators on the SMP and compare it to that of the start of the server, the peak of the server, and where we are now. Let's start off with one of the biggest content creators on the server, tommyinnit.
Oh my god, I'm a Minecraft god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's go! We just got Dream!
Tommy blew up because of this SMP. And when I say blew up, I mean gained millions of fans and hundreds of millions of views just from this one survival Minecraft world.
No.
Wait, no.
You want to say, just stick to the script.
I'll be my own president.
No.
Before Tommy joined the server in July, he was only at about 280,000 subscribers and averaging 1 million views a week on YouTube. Personally, I think it's kind of weird to think that tommyinnit was such a small creator not even that long ago. But just after the first Dream SMP video, he grew massively. He managed to double his sub count in nearly no time and was averaging over 4 million views weekly. And at the peak of all this, Tommy got 200,000 subscribers in just 1 week. That is more than the population of these 10 countries and my sub count combined. In fact, tommyinnit went from 250k to 2 million faster than Dream did because of Dream.
Wait, what?
But you can see here that the growth has died down just a little bit from the peak in October. I think that the growth of the content creators on the Dream SMP can really reflect on how the server is doing. And that brings me to my next point. Wilbur and some other creators on the SMP are also decreasing in views. Wilbur's first few videos on the Dream SMP did really well, getting around 2 or 3 million views. It wasn't too well above his average at the time, but it was still really good. But further down the series, you can see that his videos started to decrease in popularity, sometimes not even reaching 1 million views, which is low for him. And here you can see for Wilbur too, the growth is dropping down from what it once was. This decrease in growth and views have not only been happening for Wilbur and Tommy either. You can see examples of this with almost everyone on the SMP. Fundy, Tubbo, George, Eric, Niachu, Jack Manifold. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure that Dream, the owner of the SMP, hasn't even streamed it since August. That was over 2 months ago. The only reason for Dream to stop streaming it is because there's no longer good quality content available on the SMP.
Not particularly, no! I'm chugging so many gaps!
So, I would say it's pretty clear that the Dream SMP has already peaked around September or October and is on the downfall, eventually going to hit rock bottom. And if some big event like the festival doesn't save the SMP, then I'm afraid that content will continue to dry up and eventually run out. After that, the server will only be a memory to us who have spent dozens of hours watching and enjoying the great videos and streams. And eventually, the server will fade in with all the other great SMPs of our time.
You're proving yourself to be too much of a loose cannon, Tommy. I literally can't. There is a reason why you are not the president and never will be.
However, recently some new hope for the Dream SMP has come to life. tommyinnit has started to upload SMP content more consistently. There was also just a huge event on the Dream SMP called The Finale, and it had over 850,000 concurrent viewers.
It was never meant to be.
Not only that, but Dream is adding Connor Eats Pants, Vicstar, Lazarbeam, and more content creators to the SMP for even more content and streams. All these new exciting events just come to prove that Dream SMP is different than the other SMPs, and will probably last much longer. SMP Earth and SMP Live don't really have reasons for the viewers to come back and watch more. But on Dream SMP, as soon as things start to get stale, there's a new huge event and new content creators that makes all the viewers come back and watch. I do not see the Dream SMP dying anytime soon, and with all these new people, new events, and awesome storyline, I would say that the SMP will stay popular until maybe February or March of next year. And that is why this is only the beginning of the Dream SMP.
This is the start, Tommy. It may feel like the end, but this is literally just the beginning.
This is like the beginning of a new era.
Jay Schlatt's gone. This is the disc I listened to with him.
Yeah, it is.
Now he's gone for good.